Today we're gonna be ranking annoying people on this tier list. This is not made by me, this is made by someone else. I haven't looked through any of these. We're gonna do it together. I did edit the tiers a bit. So, the top tier is beef stew, meaning the people that go in this tier, I have a big problem with. Like, if I would meet you and you are one of those people, I'm gonna have some beef. Because neither of us are vegan. Anyway, the next tier is problematic, which is like you're not as bad, but you are problematic. Why is like, why are you like this? It's like you're not the worst, you're not the most annoying, but there's still something about you that ticks me off. I don't care goes into more of the idea that sure, some people might have a problem, but I don't care enough to count you as problematic. Next is not bad, which is someone who maybe, but I don't see you as, you know, annoying or problematic at all, or at least most of the community that you are in. And then low-key me is basically just like you're not annoying, you like we might literally get along. Let's start off. MAGA dads. So I'm not American, so I'm not the most familiar with this shit. Um MAGA dads. That is interesting because hold on, actually I'm gonna put the charger in the laptop just in case it starts lagging or something. Am I even recording actually? Yes, I am. MAGA dads. I can see the problems. The problem is we are talking in the context of 2026. So this is Gen X slash millennials. At least from my perspective, which aren't the smartest generation when it comes to politics, especially the you know that area. So I can see why, and sometimes as I'm on social media and I encounter something like that, it's sometimes really annoying. Like, I don't have much else to say because again, I'm not American. It's not easy for me to say. MAGA dads go to, I don't care. Wannabe Americans. Now, if you would take things that I say or that I do out of context, this would be me. And I might put this into low-key me. Now, I always liked America. I love the NBA a lot, right? That's American. I love, some of the scenery. I love a lot of things. Like some of that American culture. Yes, Americans have culture. Don't cry about that. Like something about that just attracts me. Now, recently, over the recent years, especially, America has gone to fucking shit. Not gonna lie, I still wanna visit at least, but as a European, I'm gonna make jokes about you like I do about anything else, but I'm not gonna sit there and say that you're the worst country ever, or that when Americans do something better than us Europeans, I'm not gonna sit here and say and like make excuses that like no, actually, you know, um, but I'm also not gonna glaze America just to feel like one of them. But for the sake of this, I'm gonna put it in low-key me because this is just such a non-issue, like TikTok comments like to say. Nintendo apologists. Okay, I'm gonna add another tier below. Meaning I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is because I genuinely don't know what that even is. I don't know what that is. Conservatives. Not gonna lie. Uh, Especially in the last few months, I just stopped giving a fuck about any of these labels and whatever people call themselves and each other. Conservatives, I low-key don't give a fuck. I'm gonna put it in not bad, because like, sure, you're gonna find some people saying ridiculous shit, but like, that happens with anything, with anyone and everything. So, Snyder? Who the fuck is Snyder? I'm not gonna Google it even. I don't know what that is. Vapors. um, if this doesn't mean anything else other than people who vape, beef stew. Yeah, I know a few people who still have that addiction, but most people that I know and knew and will know, unfortunately, are losers, are someone who I do not want to deal with. Fuck vapors, fuck the vapes, fuck nicotine, fuck all of that. Now, if you're desperately trying to quit, you're obviously not in this. Okay? This is them who do it willingly and defend the choice. Okay? Cool. Internet pranksters. Back in 2018, maybe 2019, it peaked. It was like the best kind of pranks. It was just something fun to watch. Now it's just all for views. It's literally prankless harm. I'm gonna say why. Just because there are still a lot of internet pranksters who do funny, maybe annoying, but still interesting and funny stuff. So like they can't be that bad yet. And sure, if you're the one getting pranked, it's annoying, obviously, sometimes. But in general, not as bad. Vloggers. I mean, low-key me, because like, I don't know how that could be actually, I see it. Now that I think about it, I see it. There are people who just put everyone and everything on camera just because they're recording themselves and they make that excuse for it. So that's why, but in general, that's just... It's not as annoying as people think it is. Now, people may disagree with that, but like, why are you watching that? There are a lot of vloggers who are chill, who make actual good content. So like, how can you just sit there and assume that they are a part of the annoying image of vloggers that you have in your mind? Conspiracy theorist. This is very two-sided. Nowadays, there's a lot of conspiracy theorists who obviously used to be called crazy, but now all of that shit is apparently true. But like, also a lot of shit that comes down that people genuinely believe is just hilariously false. And sure, you can make the argument that back then, the truth that we know of now used to be a conspiracy theory, and we thought that it's hilariously false. Sure, but that's you, not me. I find a lot of conspiracy theories reasonable, but not all of them. Flat Earth is ridiculous, and you will never change my mind on it. So I'm gonna say I don't care. Just because a good part of it is, fine, it's good. And the other is just so annoying that it's just like, just shut up, please. don't say a word until I leave, so I don't have to hear whatever you have to fucking say. Wanna be psychologists. Wanna be psychologists. Is that the people who try to like prove that they understand someone else? And so they try to like analyze them, or if it's the people themselves who are trying to uh, diagnose themselves with some mental disorder. If that's the case, that is problematic. I'm not gonna lie. I agree. Psychology is so fascinating, but people LARP it so fucking hard. It's like, you don't even know what you're saying. You don't have ADHD. You have a severe crippling phone addiction. That's why your attention span is so shit, and that's why your mind feels fried. That's not ADHD, you fucking lemon. Damn. Yeah, I agree in that. Racist in denial. Okay, I will Google this just because I wanna put this in the tier list. Hold on, racist in denial definition. If that even exists. A racist in denial is an individual who holds prejudiced attitudes or perpetuates systemic inequalities, but vehemently holy Shakespeare rejects the label of racist. They often rely on colorblindness, claim intent defines racism, or rationalize structural disparities. I don't know what the fuck it means. Racist in the not what? Hold on. Simple meaning. Dude, what is this AI overview? I can't understand shit. Usually it's simple enough, but I can't understand. Is someone who holds racial okay, or supports unequal treatment based on race, but actively refuses to accept or admit that their beliefs, words, or actions are racist. So this can be two ways. Because let's be honest here, and let's use 100% of our brains. If there's a statistic on race that confirms that one race does this more than the other, that's not racist. That's just a stat, just a fact. Racism is the hatred of other races. It is the belief that your race is superior than the other, or that the other race is lower than yours. Simply believing in stats and facts is not racist. You can make claims about races that might be true, but you don't have to at the same time hate those races. So just because of that, and because people misunderstand racism, I'm gonna put this in not bad. Hot take, I don't care, not bad. And with that, I will end the video. There's a lot of things. I will make this into 3 parts because I don't want to make a 40-minute video, which would get no views. So I will see you very soon.